Hi, it's Lucy here, and today I'm going to be creating a really super quick card, and I'm going to be using this paper from Uniquely Creative. It's called Juniper and Sage. It was the Advent kit from this Christmas, and these two papers that I used today, I only used two papers and one sentiment die, and these papers are still available, and so I'll leave the link down in the description box below for you. And I'm going to create just this one card, but if you're interested, I can make the other three cards as well if you'd like to see them. So with this one, I've cut to create the square background and added that paper, and I've turned it over to use the other side of it to create this this front, and I've added it just to some white paper and added it to the card front. I haven't shown all of the sticking down and everything like I have in some previous videos, because you're able to go back and see how I put the cards together, the card fronts with the double-sided tape, etc. So now I'm using these floral die cuts as well, which are also from Uniquely Creative. You can find them. But if you've got any sort of flower dies, you can easily layer them up and create a flower as well that way. And I'm using just a lollipop stick, a clean one obviously, and going around and just curling all of the petals so that they don't just sit flat. And then I'm adding a little bit of a foam circle, and it doesn't need all of it because I didn't want it all poking out of the side, so I'm just using tiny little amounts of it. It also makes your stash go further as well. And so it's 5 layers, this flower die. But as I said, if you don't have this one, you can use any sort of flower dies. The same with the papers, but I will leave a link to this flower die set as well in case you're interested in it, because it's very pretty, and this is the first time I've actually used it, so I think I'll be trying it again in the future. So I'm just going to add a rhinestone or a pearl center to the flower, and I like the rhinestone one the best with the colors. I think it suits the most. Now I didn't do any inking with the flower, I just left it plain, but with the leaf I felt like it gets a bit lost, so what I'll do is I'll just add a little bit of ink to it. And so I'm just going to check which Distress Oxide ink I like best for this card, because there's so many shades of green really, isn't there? So yeah, I found this, I think this is the Bundled Sage one. I'll leave the link below if I've got that wrong. But yes, so then I'm just curling the leaf, and so that it doesn't sit flat as well. And I can add that to the card after too. So now I'm just going to use up the rest of the ink that was on my brush. I'm not adding any more because I just want it to have a little bit of shading here and there, whereas I find I'm a little bit heavy-handed sometimes, so if I start putting too much ink on there, I'll end up covering the whole lot. On my channel, as you probably know if you've watched my videos, I love pattern paper. Inking is not as much what I do. I love creating with the pattern papers and just finding all the different ways that you can use them and making the most out of papers like this one. So this was the bottom right hand side of the paper that I've used, but it just looks like I could have created that background myself, which, you know, really I haven't. I've just added a little flower that I've made and a leaf and a sentiment. So with this sentiment, I'm going to just use a glue pen. You can use any sort of glue pen or glue, or you can even use double-sided tape on the paper before you actually die cut it, so that each one has got adhesive on the background. Now I put that seed down before I really made sure that it all fit and looked okay, so that was a little bit of a problem. And yeah, I recommend putting the first one down, but checking that everything fits nicely first. This all fits in the end, but I didn't like how the L touched the paint look of the background paper. I needed to have that separated. So I've just put the E and the L down a little further than what I may have, but it works out nicely and looks pretty anyway. So the sentiment sticks out, but it's not bright and in your face, so I really like that. So I hope you've enjoyed this card. I'm just adding some rhinestones and then that's it. If you would like me to create the other 3 cards, please let me know. I love reading the comments. It really warms my heart. And I also love getting the likes and subscribers. So have a great day. I hope this has given you another idea. And I hope you'll join me for the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.